When you arrive in Kinnick Stadium, you know what's in store. Hard nose, toughness, defense, and you better bring your hat and be ready to strike somebody when you come into this black and gold cauldron to take on the Hawkeyes. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on a team from the ACC, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get... And the Cyclones will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Hawkeyes offense is on the field for the first time today. While these two might have struggled to stay prominent on the national stage, the Cy-Hawk Trophy always carries paramount importance.
And it means so much to the fans. Been to these games a lot of times, the energy is through the roof, and they both want to destroy each other.
And what's interesting about this rivalry game is it sets the tone for both programs. They generally play early in the year, and for the winner, it can really catapult you. The loser's got to pick up the pieces.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll run the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker up?
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll bring it back. It's Smith. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So the Iowa State Cyclones offense will go to work for the first time. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll go to the ground. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. This rivalry is so important to the people of this state, and it dates back to 1894, guys.
Yeah, it goes back a long way, and when you watch the product on the field every year, it's usually low scoring, but it's a lot of physical, tough people on the field.
Yeah, and people in Iowa, they just love football. And this is a rivalry game that really hits home for so many. Regardless of which side of the fence you're on, in this game, Iowa or Iowa State.
What a snag by the defense. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the fullback. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field. Always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The Hawkeyes dominated the last time they saw the close.
Iowa State had no answers in that game. They just came out, they looked flat, they weren't able to execute. They've got to be ready to answer the bell in this one.
Yeah, and sometimes it gets in your head, Jesse. You know how it is, man. Rivalry games and you haven't had a lot of success. You need something to go your way early to get you some confidence.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Pressure coming. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Frost. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. The Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Bringing it back, it's Ellis. Makes a move. There he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hawkeye. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going, looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
Slips through the line. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Runs through the tackle. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Sticks it in his belly. Tackled after picking up the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing it to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. Always a treat to be here in Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. He'll pull it on the read. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Frost. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Find space on the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Now adjusting. At the 40, there he goes. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And the Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. A little release to the back. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Let's see what they've got on second down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They knock him down right there.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Now they'll run the draw. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect.
That makes the score Iowa 14, Iowa State 3.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. And the Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment. They get the tackle for loss.
He'll toss it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
The option look. The pitch. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And that's easy pins and catch. You got to catch that. Those are routes that you throw all the time, and you expect your receiver. You know, those same hitch routes, you sell it deep real quick, sit down. I need that to be a positive 8 yards or 10 yards, an easy play I can go to. My receiver has to make that catch for this offense.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Back to throw, it's Frost. Trying to get to it. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on them. They're already off to a great start.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game, but when you have 2 longtime foes separated by roughly 100 miles duking it out for the Cy-Hawk Trophy, you know emotions tend to run high. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit used to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Iowa and Iowa State plays out.
Defense has him pinned back, and listen to this crowd roar. Throws to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 2nd down, looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Yeah, and man, if you talk about being down at the half, what's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's third and short. The big fullback's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder, and he'll...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No doubt Herky the Hawkeye is feeling it as Iowa seizes control.
Iowa's a team, always, that prides themselves on being the most physical unit on game day, and right now they are pounding Iowa State.
Yeah, and Iowa State's getting that here we go again feeling. They struggle in this rivalry too. Sometimes they've had, I feel like, better teams or equal teams, but they just haven't found the way to get W's.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Frost. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Now second and 10. Running back goes in motion. On second down, wants to throw. Quarterback just flat and missed it. Incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Working the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Still on his feet at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Cyclones will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. On the option, he'll do it himself.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Still running at the 40. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Iowa! And the pummeling has started.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And he added the extra point.